Hi everyone, comic book reviewer here. This time reviewing on the first issue of The Power of Shazam. Now, as you know, much like Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, as well as Martian Manhunter and some others, Billy Batson was eventually given a new origin after the whole Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline. The first one being done by Roy Thomas, that was later discarded, and here would be the official one. So the cover mainly has Billy Batson turning into Shazam. I also know there was a sort of miniature graphic novel that had the origin, as well as their version of Black Adam. And the story starts off with Captain Marvel looking over the city, hoping not to be late for school. We see how everyone's getting ready for the unveiling of Wayne Tech. We see how Billy Batson's cousin, known as Cinderella Batson, shows up to reveal the new Wayne Tech premise. We see how Mysterious Woman and pretty much the post-crisis of IBAC tries to attack the Wayne Tech place, but of course ends up blowing things up. We see how they say, "Dear Lord, the building! My building! Everyone look out for the debris!" And of course, we see how Billy Batson manages to rescue his cousin, and of course, he does kind of find him a little bit suspicious, and how he looks kind of similar to his uncle. But of course, we see how Billy Batson tries to go in for any survivors, manages to find one, but the rest of the building comes tumbling down. And of course, manages to save one person, but failed to save the other, and does feel responsible. But one of the firefighters know that he did do a good job saving one life today. And of course, we see how Billy Batson realizes that he's going to be late for school, and has to kind of head off quickly, not before his cousin gives him his party card. Of course, as you know, in the post-crisis continuity, Uncle Dudley isn't related to Billy Batson, but instead a school janitor, and he tries to find out where Billy Batson is, and of course knows that he's Captain Marvel, which of course we see how Captain Marvel goes back to being Billy Batson and manages to get to school. But of course we see how his teacher has a go with him, but we see how Dudley tries to make her think that Billy's been helping him. We see how the Mysterious Woman talks with IBAC, and of course gives him his pay of the cut, and doesn't want anything else to do with him. And of course we are introduced to the post-crisis version of Ebenezer Batson, who, keep in mind, in both his Golden Age and New Origin, was meant to have taken Billy Batson and claimed off his inheritance. But of course, we kind of see how he expects him to kind of carry on the legacy and help build Force City to what it should be. And we see how Billy Batson tries to make it back to his place to watch TV. And of course, we see how Uncle Dudley gets a heart attack after trying to run after him. And we see how he figures out that he knows he's Captain Marvel. And of course, takes Dudley to the hospital just in time. We see how later on at his cousin's party, he goes in his Captain Marvel form, and him saying, "I say, dear Captain, you're a dead ringer for my Uncle Charlie. Don't beat the couple saloon before. I'm not him already." And of course, we see how Captain Marvel meets Dr. Sylvana's daughter, but of course tries to play it cool and tries to get away, not before his cousin kind of plays the role of swooping up the girl. And we see how Captain Marvel gets himself a first decent meal in ages, not before Sylvana's daughter basically has a go at Billy Batson's cousin. But of course, we see how the wizard has a word with him, saying, "Is this why you accepted my power? Is this your idea of important work?" And we see how he points out that he has trying to be looking for Mary and that, but we kind of see how he takes the powers away from him and saying, "Tired of the responsibilities? So be it. Live the carefree life of a child again." And of course, just as Billy Batson gets dragged away when he turns back to his child form, we see how there's a note left out, and the note being from an arsonist, and just then a big fire breaks out, where we try and see that Billy Batson is trying to call on the powers of Shazam, but realizes that the wizard took away his Captain Marvel powers. And yeah, this is the story. So I think, to me, the first issue of The Power of Shazam is definitely not too bad. Again, it's a bit more of a game changer in the post-crisis continuity, and keep in mind a lot of characters had revamped origins, like The Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, and so much. I think DC can revamp things when they know something's reached its peak, or need to do something fresher and newer for a new audience. So I think this issue definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still alright, and still okay. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.